Wish today, a New Orleans-style funeral with a band playing at the head of the procession. John, aged 58, from Brinnington in Stockport, was known in jazz clubs throughout the North. His enthusiasm endeared him to musicians and jazz fans alike, and his Latin looks and flamboyant clothes earned him the nickname Spanish Fred. Martin Henfield was at what proved to be one of the liveliest funerals in years.
In New Orleans, they call it being blown out in style. John Basnett was going the way he wanted. A 15-piece band preceded the coffin through the grounds of Gorton Cemetery in Manchester, and as they said later, it's only a pity he wasn't there to see it. John, a flamboyant character, was buried in the top hat, white tie and tails he wore to jazz clubs and concerts throughout the North.
He was the greatest supporter of all the local jazz bands in the Manchester area. He was wonderful. I've known him through seeing him in the clubs for about 30 years, since I first started singing, and he supported them all, came down to see them.
Members of several trad bands combined to pay tribute with a mixture of blues numbers, hymns and Negro spirituals. The mourners included musicians he'd encouraged and friends who, like John, just loved jazz.
He made an express wish that the lads blow him out. I think that was the term he used, wasn't it?
What sort of fella was he?
Smashing bloke, wonderful bloke.
Character.
Inspiration, yeah. Well, inspiration when he came to the club. I don't talk.
The idea for a New Orleans funeral was John's. In death, as in life, he'd always been a colourful character.
He was a very tall guy with very dark black hair, dark black moustache, always wore something exciting in white, or had a white cape and a wonderful pair of shoes, always very vocal, always very encouraging, marvellously encouraging man. As soon as he walked in, you knew there was someone special in the room, and he had a long cigarette hole he used to puff out, and he just stood there, and he just felt wonderful when he was around. I miss him very much.
The music at the graveside was funereal. It's how they do it in New Orleans.
If it was going to happen anywhere, it would happen there. And in the old days, or even now, when a famous man dies, or you just get the bands, the local bands forming up into a marching band and following him to the grave. They play very slowly on the way there as a tribute to the man. And then on the way back, they think, well, it's all over now. We'll rejoice a bit, and they whoop it up a bit. But the music just fits the occasion.
After the graveside ceremony, the band upped the tempo to help John on his way. Later, his friends celebrated with money he'd left for the drinks. Jazz had lost a great character, but John Basnett had gone out in style.
And what a way to go. A great style, New Orleans style send-off for jazz fan John Basnett.